Welcome to Diamond Solutions for Mathematics. Here is a question. Shortcut method to find p plus q plus r given pq equals 100, qr equals 200 and rp equals 300. Here I am taking one. First result I am taking as pq into qr by rp equals r and r cut, p and p cut. Therefore, we will get the q squared equals pq. What is pq? 100 into qr 200 by rp 300 gives 200 by 3. 200 by 3. Q squared equals 200 by 3. Like that, second one, I am taking PQ into RP by QR equals PQ into RP by QR equals 100 into 300 by QR 200 gives 0, 0 cut, therefore 300 by 2. That is 300 by 2 means 150. 150. And next third one, I am taking QR into RP by PQ equals QR. What is QR? 200 into RP 300 by PQ 100 equals, we get 600. 0, 0 cut, 2 into 300, 600. Thus we get q squared equals this one, and this one. From here, this one is q squared, pq. Here, q and q cut, r and r cut, therefore this is q squared this is QQRR, therefore P squared. Here P and P cut, Q and Q cut, therefore this is R squared. R squared we get. Therefore PQ into next one set PQ into QR into RP gives 100 into 200 into 300 gives 6 followed by 6 zeros. 6 zeros. Therefore, we get PQR. When this is multiplied, we get P into Q into R into P into Q into R. That is P's QR. The whole squared. P squared, Q squared, R squared. That is PQR, the whole squared equals 6 followed by 6 zeros. Six zeros. Therefore, implies PQR equals the square root of 6 followed by 6 zeros, that is 1 followed by 6 zeros. Square root of 1 followed by 6 zeros gives 1 followed by 3 zeros. Root 6 is the answer of PQR. PQR, the whole square equals 6 followed by 6 zeros. Therefore, PQR equals 1000 into root 6. That is PQR. Then, if we want to find out P, then we can do one thing. P equals, I am following an equation. P equals PQR by QR. That is PQR by QR. PQR, the whole square equals this one. PQR equals 1000 followed by root 6. 1000 root 6 by QR. What is QR? 200. 1000 followed by 1000 root 6 divided by 200 equals 5 root 6 P. Next, Q we can find out. Q equals PQR divided by QR equals PQR divided by QR. PQR divided by QR gives PQR divided by RP. RP. PQR divided by RP gives 1000 root 6 divided by RP, 300. Equals 10 root 6 by 3. 10 root 6 by 3. Here we traced the value of P to be 5 root 6 and q to be 10 root 6 by 3. And for r, pqr by pq equals 1000 root 6 by 100. For pq, this is 100. That gives 10 root 6. 10 root 6. Hence, we placed the value of p to be 5 root 6, q to be 10 root 6 by 3, and r to be 10 root 6. From this, we can easily find out the value of p plus q plus r. P plus q plus r equals, first term p 10 root 6 by 3 plus 5 root 6 plus 10 root 6 equals 5 root 6 plus 10 root 6 plus 10 root 6 by 3. Here 5 root 6 is p and q is 10 root 6 by 3, and here r is 10 root 6. Therefore, we get 10 root 6 plus, taking the LCM of these two with the denominator 3, we have to raise 5 root 6 to 14 root 6 plus, here denominator 3, this will gives 30 root 6 whole by 3. 15 root 6 plus 10 root 6 plus 30 root 6 gives 10 plus 15, 25. 25 plus 30, 55. 55 root 6 by 3. Hence, we find the final answer of p plus q plus r. P plus q plus r equals 55 root 6 by 3 to be the final answer defined. Hence, we can meet with the next interesting video in diamond solutions for mathematics.